the question we're all trying to find the answer to. What is happiness and how do we get it? I'm the author of A Rough Guide to a Smooth Life, and over the years I've changed my life completely from one that I thought would make me happy to creating a life that I love. And as a result of that, I travelled the world and I spent time with different people, different cultures, different experiences to try and piece together what is it that makes us happy? How do we create a life that we love? And as a result of that, here are my 10 things that you need to know about happiness. Number 1, it's about the journey, not the destination. We spend so much time going over the past, worrying about the future. We spend very little time in the now. And we feel that happiness might be in some far off destination, or that we have to wait for, a time when everything becomes perfect. But of course, tomorrow never comes, and if we wait for happiness to come in a perfect moment, then we'll wait a long time for that. There's always ups and there's always downs in life. And by waiting for happiness when all of those ups and downs are gone, we actually postpone living our life at the same time. And we miss the now. And of course, life is in the now. We miss the beauty of the rainbow if we're too busy looking for the pot of gold. Number 2 is that it's not something that we search for and find. It's so easy to get caught up in this external pursuit for happiness. I know I've been there, I'm sure we all have, thinking, if I could just have this, then I'll be happy. And of course, when we get this, it then becomes a case of, well, if I can just have that, I'll be happy. And we get caught in this constant pursuit of needing to get something else in order to make us happy. And quite often that pursuit is in fact what takes us further away from our goal. And the things that we want, whether it's a new job, a soulmate, a bigger house, the things that we want, what we actually want are the feelings that we think those things will bring us. And of course, that is that we'll be happy. Number 3 is the small things. Happiness is about the small things because it is the small things that are in fact the big things. Brené Brown puts this well in her book, The Gift of Imperfection. She says that quite often we miss moments of joy scattered throughout our life because we're so busy. We overlook the ordinary moments and we're so busy chasing down the extraordinary moments that we miss the moments of joy in life. And when we think about the things that have made us happy today, it's always the small things. It's having the sun on our back, it's seeing our partner in the morning, it's having family around us, good food on the table, a roof over our head. It is the small things that make the difference. Number 4 is that it comes from within. It's not about the material things that we think we need to collect to be happy. It's not about having things. And it's not something that's in the external. Happiness is something that's within us. It's something we can create for ourselves. We create it by who we choose to be, how we live our life, how we bounce back from our challenges, and how we make others feel. Number 5, it's not about perfection, but weathering life's storms. As Thich Nhat Hanh says, the art of happiness is also the art of suffering well. And so often in our life we think that to be happy we need to avoid all the bad things and then cling on to the good. But both bad and good always come for everybody. It's about how we navigate those challenges, how we bounce back from our tough times. That's what impacts our happiness. And number 6, happiness cannot be bought. So often in our consumer-driven society, we think that by collecting more material things, by earning more money, that's what makes us happy. That's why most of us want to win the lotto, because we think by having that money, we'll buy our freedom and then we'll be happy. And of course, we get obsessed with things. And we think that if something makes us happy, more of that thing will make us even more happy. And in our society, we suffer as a result of this mantra from the likes of obesity, debt, and addiction. And when we think about what we value most, it is the stuff that cannot be bought. It is our health. It is the love of our family. Those things that we really value, they're priceless. Number 7, it's not as hard as we make it. Life should be simpler. Life shouldn't be this hard. We are the most clever, free, privileged society there's ever been, yet we're also the most unhealthy and the most unhappy. We live in a world where we try and do more things in less time and busyness is at epidemic proportions. We compare ourselves to others and find that we're always falling short. We have these high expectations that everything must be perfect and that everything must go to plan, and we set ourselves up to fail as a result. And the cost, of course, is our happiness. by simplifying our life, by becoming less busy, by reprioritizing what matters, and embracing who we truly are, our authenticity. It makes life more simple. Number 8. It's about loving what we have. So often we can get caught in this pursuit of chasing down more and all the things that we want, that we forget to be grateful for all of the things that we already have. Because happiness, it's less about getting what we want and more about loving what we have. And of course, by getting caught in this constant chase for more, it takes us away from remembering what we're already so lucky to have, that we take for granted. And we get stuck in this bottomless bucket of constant craving, because the more we get, the more we want. And that comes at a cost of our gratitude, and we forget all the things that we already have, particularly in our Western society, that we're lucky to have and that we can be grateful for. Number 9 is our happiness comes from wanting others to be happy. Doing good, it makes us feel good. As does helping others, making a difference in the world. Kindness is also a key to happiness. And last but not least, it starts and ends with us. Quite often we look for our happiness in others, in our teachers, in our gurus, or we blame others for when we're unhappy. But we need to take ownership and accountability for achieving our potential, choosing how we live our life, and creating our own happiness. We create our happiness by how we live our life, how we bounce back from our challenges, the person we choose to be, who we help, what we stand for, and all the things we choose to appreciate along the way.